If life feels empty right now, there is nothing wrong with you. You're not failing at life, you're not unmotivated, and you're not missing some hidden piece that everyone else seems to have found. This feeling doesn't mean something is broken. It means something quiet is finally being felt. Most people are taught to fear emptiness, to see it as a sign that something has gone wrong. But emptiness often appears, not when life loses meaning, but when the noise softens and nothing rushes in to replace it. If you're here, you don't need to fix this feeling. You don't need to analyze it. You don't need to turn it into progress. Just let it be here with you. When life feels empty, it can feel like the days blend together. You wake up, you move through routines, you answer messages, you complete tasks, and nothing feels particularly wrong. But nothing feels particularly alive either. There's no sharp pain, no obvious sadness, just a quiet flatness, a sense that life is happening, but not quite touching you. Many people assume this means something is missing, but often what's missing is not excitement. It's presence. We're taught to believe that meaning comes from intensity, from achievement, from milestones, from moments that stand out. So when life slows down, when the drama fades, the mind doesn't know what to do. It labels the moment as boring, ordinary, mundane. But those words aren't describing life. They're describing the mind's discomfort with stillness. Think about how many moments you've learned to rush past, waiting in line, standing at a window, sitting quietly before responding, washing your hands, breathing between tasks. These moments aren't empty. They're simply not entertaining. They don't demand anything from you, and they don't promise anything in return. So the mind dismisses them, but awareness doesn't. Right now, notice that you are here. You don't need to do anything with that. Just notice the fact of being. Your body is already breathing. Sound is already present. Sensation is already happening. Nothing special is occurring, and yet life is fully here. This is not emptiness. This is life without commentary. When you stop asking the moment to justify itself, when you stop demanding that life prove it's worth your attention, something subtle begins to shift. The feeling of emptiness softens into space, and space is not absence, it's openness. Many people spend their lives waiting for life to begin, waiting for clarity, waiting for passion, waiting for motivation to return. But life doesn't arrive later. It doesn't show up once conditions are perfect. It's happening now, even in moments that feel plain, especially there. Notice how often the mind says, "This moment doesn't count. This is just waiting. This is just routine. This is just another day." But life is not made of highlights. It's made of these moments, and nothing is mundane when it's fully felt. You don't need to force meaning into your life. Meaning isn't something you create. It's something you notice when you stop rushing away. The kettle boiling, the light changing in the room, the pause before you move. These are not background scenes. They are the substance. If life feels empty, it may be because you've stopped distracting yourself. And that's not a failure. That's a doorway. For a moment, let yourself rest here. not as a practice, not as an exercise, just as permission. There is nothing you need to fix about this moment, nothing you need to improve, nothing you need to escape. The mind may still whisper, "This isn't enough," but awareness knows better. It knows that fullness doesn't come from adding more, it comes from subtracting less. When you stop chasing experiences, life begins to meet you, quietly, gently, without needing to impress. You were never meant to live in constant intensity. You were meant to live in contact, with breath, with sensation, with being. If emptiness feels uncomfortable, that's okay. Discomfort doesn't mean danger. It means something unfamiliar is being allowed. And unfamiliar doesn't mean wrong. Nothing in your life is mundane. Only inesperable in your life. Only moments that are finally quiet enough to be noticed. And that noticing is enough. You don't need to take anything from this. Just notice how it feels to be here without needing the moment to become something else. If you want to stay a little longer, there's more space waiting for you in the next part of the series. And if not, this moment was already enough.